Hello, everybody, and welcome into today's episode of the Top Cut Yu-Gi-Oh! Podcast. I'm Sunny here, hosting with Caleb.
Woo! We got some good news for you peoples today.
We have actually, I hate to say this will be almost exclusively a news episode because there's so much to go over that...
So much.
Yeah, there's really not a lot of like tournament results and things of that sort to go over at this time, but we do have Konami's big secret.
The entire set list of King's Court
Finally got spoiled.
It's not cracked, but it's still really good.
I don't know, man. It might be cracked. It's pretty good. Like, the more you look at it and, like, the deeper you look at it, it's pretty insane.
Yeah. So first off, we now know what all the new Poker Night cards are.
I think are they called the face cards? Is that their dark type?
Face Knights?
Face cards?
I've been calling them the Poker Knights.
Right.
Anyway, so they're an engine now. It's an engine that doesn't go anywhere, but it's an engine.
It goes somewhere.
I mean, yeah, it puts out Arcana Knight, Extra Knight Joker, and Arcana Knight Joker, both of which are Omni Negates.
Yeah, so before we get into all that, though, a little bit of intro, quick play news. Thank you, everybody, for listening today. We hope that you enjoy the coming episode. It's going to be our best one yet. Every episode is our best one yet.
We try.
The most important thing to remember is please be sure to follow us on Twitter at Top Cut Podcast. Follow us on my personal is at Dat Chumley. Caleb is at JamTheMan17. Be sure to give us a follow. If you're listening to this anywhere except Spotify, be sure to leave us a like, a review. Spotify does not have any kind of a like or review system built in, but like,
which is weird.
It's really weird. But Apple Podcasts does, Google Podcasts, they all have a review system.
By the way, we should finally actually be up on Apple Podcasts.
Right, we are on Apple Podcasts. So if you would prefer, I know most people listen on Spotify. Something like 90% of our listens come from Spotify because it's kind of the easiest platform to access. If you want to listen to on Apple Podcasts, if that's your normal platform and you would prefer to go back to that, we are now available on Apple Podcasts. There will be a link in the description below. All that said, thank you for joining us today. Quick play news. The only real quick play news other than King's Court full set spoiler, we have the OCG Tournament Pack 2021 Volume 3. There are a couple of interesting reprints here. Mainly, they'll get the ZW Eagle Claw, Penguin Soldier, Curry Born, Cloud Castle, a new token, the Monarch Stormforth,
Destiny Hero Celestial.
Right, so they, a lot of times with the OCG tournament packs, some of the reprints are very telling for the support that they plan on doing in the future, so we can possibly expect new Destiny Hero support. So.
And Burst of Destiny, because it's very specifically designed around to help promote stuff in Brothers of Legend and in the OCG, and also Burst of Destiny.
Right. Well, that'll be it for quick play news. Now let's go ahead and get on into the episode. All right, so let's talk a little bit about King's Court. We're going to... There's so much to cover here, and we don't want this to just be us reading the website, but there's so many new cards, and this particular archetype got so much support.
I mean, because originally it was literally 4 cards in the entire archetype.
Right.
And so they're like, they need this, I need that, they need this kind of card, they need a trap card, they need a couple of spell cards. So they added just a metric truckload of new cards for this archetype.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like you said, the archetype went from 2 vanillas and 1 effect monster.
And a fusion.
And 1 fusion to an entire playable archetype.
Playable engine, I would say.
Yeah, but the really cool part is that a lot of this doubles as generic warrior support.
Oh, yeah. Some of it is very specifically light warrior. Gee, I wonder how anyone's going to ever abuse light warrior support.
Right.
But then a good chunk of it is just...
Warrior.
Yeah.
So, we're going to get on into it a little bit. The first card... I'm not trying to take anything away from you, Caleb, but I'm probably going to read most of these cards.
I mean, you're the one with the computer screen with all the effects pulled up.
Yeah, so without a phone and my Apple TV not wanting to sync to my computer for some reason, we basically don't have a teleprompter. So I'm going to read most of the effects, and Caleb will do a breakdown on the usefulness within the archetype.
Oh, yeah.
So, Arcana Triumph Joker, a light level 10 warrior effect monster with question mark attack. The level 10 with question mark attack is actually very relevant.
I'll point it out. We'll point out when we get to there.
If this card is in your hand or graveyard, you can send one Queen's Knight, King's Knight, and Jack's Knight from your hand and or face up on the monster zone to the graveyard. Special summon this card. This card gains 500 attack times the combined number of cards in both players' hands. You can discard one card, destroy all face-up cards your opponent controls with the same type as the discarded card, which is not once per turn.
Oh yeah, so as long as you got the hand fuel, you can just negate everything your opponent does.
No, it's not negate. It's you can blow up their field.
Oh, never mind. Yes.
Right. So
as long as you got the hand fuel.
Right. So this is really cool because, I mean, it can. First of all, it's a one card wipe your opponent's board. Well, I say one card. You have to have a discard also, but it wipes your opponent's board. Its attack is probably going to be somewhere in the range between 2,000 and 3,000.
Yeah, I imagine the most common number is probably going to be 2,025 or 3K, because it's both players' hands. Well, if you get this out on turn 1, your opponent's going to have 5 cards.
Right.
That's 25.
Assuming no hand traps.
Yeah, assuming no hand traps. You'll probably have 2 or 3, so that's already 3,500.
Yeah, I mean, it's realistically, it's an OTK tool, right?
Oh, very easily, especially late game.
Yeah, and the self-recursion of summoning itself is cool. I don't know if it'll actually get run in the deck, like, just being honest, maybe a one-of?
Yeah, and that's a big maybe, because the whole level 10 question mark attack is very important due to a later card, and I'll talk about why they may not run this, and even if they did, they only run one, because they have better options.
The next card is Joker's Knight, a light level 5 warrior effect monster, 2,000 attack, 1,400 defense. You can send one Queen's Knight, King's Knight, or Jack's Knight from your deck to the graveyard, so any one of the 3. Special summon this card from your hand, and if you do, this card's name becomes the sent monster's name until the end phase. During the end phase, if this card is in your graveyard, you can target one other light warrior monster in your graveyard, shuffle it into the deck, and if you do, add this card to your hand. You can only use each effect once per turn.
So the thing to remember about this guy is that even just putting him on board, if your opponent outs it, it just immediately recurs itself, because it mills out Jack's King or Queen's Knight, which are all light warriors, and then return to your hand. You have to put one back in your deck.
Right.
So that becomes
it makes the engine like really recursive.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But if you also notice, you can return to your hand by sending any light warrior.
Right.
Any light warrior. Doesn't matter. So that's, again, you don't have to send back Jack, King, Queen's Knight, or itself. You can send any light warrior, which is interesting.
It's not bad, that's for sure.
Yeah, no, like the only light warriors of any relevance that I can think of off the top of my head is BLS. You can recur your Black Luster Soldier, Envoy of the Beginnings, Honest Neos, maybe Neos Alias.
Just light warriors?
Yeah, just good light warriors that people run.
I mean, there's like a list of light warriors that you can like realistically run with this stuff. Just off of elemental heroes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Anyway, next card.
So, next card is Imperial Bower?
Oh, it's Bower.
Bower? Okay. Light level 4 warrior effect monster. Attack 1,500, defense 1,500. If you control no other monsters, you can tribute this card. Take 2 different monsters from your deck amongst Queen's Knight, King's Knight, Jack's Knight, and Queen's Knight, King's Knight, and or Jack's Knight. And either add to your hand or special summon each monster. You can only use this effect once per turn. So, it's turbo your knight cards.
Oh yeah, pretty much. And now, because of the way it's worded, you could very well either special summon both, or special summon one, add the other one to your hand, or just add both to your hand. The flexibility is unnecessary, but I like that it's there.
Yeah, for sure.
That being said, your primary targets are probably, like, if you're actually running this, and you're running, let's say, one of Jack's King and Queen's Knight, you would just, if you already have one in hand, you would just use this guy to fetch the other 2, just so you can immediately fuse off into Arcana Knight Joker, or link off into Arcana Extra Joker, who we'll talk about later.
Right.
Yeah. Who's another noob card. Again, pretty decent. Also, since he's a light warrior, he's also recurable with Joker, with the Joker card we were just talking about before.
All right. Next card is Joker's Straight. It's a normal spell card. Discard one card, special summon one Queen's Knight from your deck. Add one King's Knight or Jack's Knight from deck to hand. Then immediately after this effect resolves, you can normal summon one monster. You cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck for the rest of this turn except light warrior monsters. During the end phase, if this card is in your graveyard, you can target one light warrior monster in your graveyard, shuffle it in the deck, and if you do, add this card to your hand. You can only use each effect once per turn.
Again, it recurs itself, but the way it recurs itself is also the fuel to activate the card to begin with.
Right.
So that's it. So that's really cool. Just almost infinitely infinitely recurable. Second, the fact that you special summon the Queen's Knight and then you get the normal summon, you could special summon Queen's Knight. Well, you could activate special summon Queen's Knight, add King's Knight to hand, effect to normal summon the King's Knight, which then specials out Jack's Knight immediately.
Right.
And then just immediately link 3 or activate a fusion spell, blah, 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 blah. And you can get out some pretty good stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, yeah. Let's see. I believe the next card is the Quick Play?
No, this is Face Card Fusion.
Oh.
Fusion summon one light warrior fusion monster from your extra deck using monsters from your hand or field as fusion material. If you control Queen's Knight, King's Knight, or Jack's Knight, you can use one monster from your deck as fusion material. Realistically, if you have 2 of the 3 in hand, you can like normal summon Queen's Knight, activate this card, and fuse like a Queen's Knight, a King's Knight, and the Jack's Knight from the deck.
Yeah, to make Arcana Knight Joker.
Right.
Or to make another card that's later in the set, who I believe is a Light Warrior. He's another fusion?
Yeah.
Yeah, you could also make him with this.
Right.
But yeah, like I said, the whole point behind that card is exclusively so they can put out their fusion monster Arcana Knight Joker.
Yeah.
Which is an old Yuki card.
All right. The next card is Thunder Speed Summon. This is a quick play spell card. During the main or battle phase, immediately after this effect resolves, normal summon one level 10 monster. Or if you control Queen's Knight, King's Knight, and Jack's Knight, you can apply this effect instead. Add one level 10 non-dark monster with question mark attack from your deck to your hand. Then immediately after this effect resolves, you can normal summon one level 10 monster. Interesting.
So first off, the first card we mentioned, what was her name? The very first card we mentioned?
Arcana Triumph Joker.
Yeah, Arcana Triumph Joker. She's level 10 question mark attack. Isn't Slifer also level 10 question mark attack?
Yes, and he is not dark, he is divine.
Correct. He's a not. So really, any level 10 with question mark attack that isn't dark, you can just cheat. You could basically cheat out with this, which is not cheat, but you can search and then immediately summon it out if you have the tribute material on board. I can't think of any other level 10s with question mark attacks that are relevant outside of literally Triumph Joker and Slifer.
Oh yeah, I have no idea.
Yeah, and even then, Triumph Joker is kind of a slightly weaker but also slightly stronger Slifer. Because both of them both of their attack points are based on how many cards are in hand. With Slifer, you have a lot more control over its attack power because it's just your hand. With Triumph Joker, you have less control, but then there's also a much higher threshold that she can hit as compared to Slifer. But you have far less control because your opponent might see that and just set all their spell cards and pass. Even if you decide to not do that, still just the first effect is still really good generic support for level 10s, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, just really good generic support for any level 10 monster.
So the last 2 cards that we have here for the archetype are trap cards. One is Joker's Wild, a normal trap. During the main or battle phase, send one spell from your deck to the graveyard that specifically lists all of Queen's Knight, King's Knight, and Jack's Knight. This effect becomes that spell's effect when that card is activated. During the end phase, if this card is in your graveyard, you can target one light warrior monster in your graveyard, shuffle it into the deck, and if you do, add this card to your hand. Once per turn. This is a cool recursion trap card.
Not only that, it also makes all your normal spell cards spell speed 2.
Right.
Oh yeah, which in and of itself is kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah, because that means you could set this and then actually fuse an Arcane Eye Joker during your opponent's turn, or Thunder Speed Charge into Slifer or Triumph Joker or something like that during your opponent's turn. But the limitation on it, the spell card has to list King's Knight, Jack's Knight, and Queen. It has to list all 3 of the Poker Knights. Kind of limits what it straight up limits it to 3 cards.
Right.
But still, having those cards as access to spell speed 2 is amazing.
Oh yeah, for sure. The last one is Court of Cards, Continuous Trap. If you control no monsters or only control Queen's Knight, King's Knight, and or Jack's Knight, you can special summon 1 Queens, Kings, or Jacks from your hand or graveyard. You can banish up to 1 each of Kings, Queens, and or Jacks from your hand and or graveyard. Draw the same number of cards you banished. You can only use once per turn, and only once that turn. You can only use 1 of these effects per turn.
Oh, so you gotta get a free normal summon or draw 3.
Or
draw up to 3.
So you can special summon 1 from your hand or graveyard, and then when this goes... Okay, well, yeah, if it goes to the graveyard, then you... I feel like you almost need to run Foolish Burial of Goods. You can just send this to the graveyard.
Yeah, just so whenever...
Draw 3.
Yeah, just that way, as soon as you're done using Jack, King, Queen, Knight, banish all 3 and then draw 3.
Right.
Because then that makes it a +2?
Yeah.
No, I think it's just a +1 then, because you had to use... No. Yeah, no. Foolish Burial of Goods would make that a +3. +2.
If you already have the other ones.
If you already had the Joker, King, Queen in your graveyard.
Right. So, are we worried about only level 4 warriors or all warriors?
What do you mean by that?
Like light warriors, like... things that might go well with this.
Just generic light warriors, I guess.
Okay, because even just level 4 light warriors, there's over 100.
Jesus!
Just light warriors.
Yes, that's 100 cards that this deck can interact with.
Yeah, just on
Level
the fly.
4.
And that's just effect monsters.
Yeah, and that's level 4, and lower.
That's exactly level 4.
So that's 100 warriors that this deck can interact with. That's...
Of course, that's level and rank force. That's all synchros, exceeds, rituals, and effect monsters.
Yeah, which are some monsters that the deck won't be able to actually interact with. But still, even if we take out those, that's probably still easily 50 different monsters.
Lots of Satellar Knights, all the Noble Knights, Sky Striker Ace Rose. Kill me now.
Oh no, Rose is searchable.
Even more searchable.
Yeah, even more searchable.
Some of the ZS cards, not really anything super relevant there. Neospace Connector.
Oh, Neospace Connector!
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, that's real good, actually. Check for level 10 question marks while you're on the database, because now I'm curious to see what all is available.
Okay. Level 10.
Doing this live.
Yeah, this was not planned. Does it have to be is it just level 10 with question mark attack?
It has to be level 10 question mark attack.
Alright, let's just search level 10 question mark. I don't even know if question mark attack will come up. Wow, it definitely did. Oh, it doesn't. Okay, it doesn't help any. Wow, all we have is 1 fusion. It doesn't even show Slifer.
Weird.
Oh, I'm still clicked on Light Warriors.
Oh, so it only showed you all the Light Warriors who were level 10 with question mark attack. Well, there's 1 Light Warrior that's level 10 in question mark attack, everybody.
It's a fusion.
And it's a fusion. That's not useful. Maybe?
No, it's not. So, DD Esper Star Sparrow.
But it can only be special summoned.
That's got 3,000 attack. Why is it not showing question mark?
That is weird. Maybe the database just doesn't know what to do with question mark.
Well, I think the bigger issue is that like it's still stuck on light warriors, but I don't have the light warrior checked. It's like there's a bug in their system.
Yeah, there's probably like a weird
Okay,
bug.
Okay, so just level 10 question mark attack. Okay, here we go. There's actually a bunch of them.
Jesus, non-darks.
14.
Remember, non-dark.
Okay, well that will narrow it down some. Okay, Cyber Eltanin.
Oh, Cyber Eltanin.
Yes.
Okay, so that's good.
But you have to have light machine monsters to summon it.
Yeah.
Blackwing Aurora, the Northern Lights. Which is... It's alright.
It's kind of meh.
Yeah. Ma'at. Cannot be normal summon set. Must be special summon from your hand by sending one light dragon and one light fairy. Gross.
Yeah, you can't summon that thing anyway.
The obvious one, Slifer.
Yeah. And the new Arcana Triumph Joker.
And Winged Dragon of Ra.
I thought it had a 0 attack.
Nope, it's cool. Question mark.
Okay, Ra or Slifer.
Yep. It doesn't show Obelisk, though.
Because he has 4,000 attack.
Oh.
He very specifically has exactly 4,000 attack points.
Oh. Huh. And if you can normal summon one, this card's normal summon cannot be negated.
Yep.
When normal summon other cards and effects cannot be activated. When this card's normal summon, you can pay life points that you only have 100 left. This card gains attack and defense equal to the amount of life points paid.
So yeah. So Slifer and Ra all of a sudden are kind of actually playable in this archetype.
Kind of.
Which makes sense, because the whole archetype is built around keeping your hand full of cards, and then normal summoning, and it's a Yugi archetype from dual monsters. So of course it's going to also support Slifer on accident.
Tragodia is dark, though.
On accident, in quotation marks.
Okay. After this, we have Magnet Induction, which is a Magnet Warrior support card randomly.
I think that's an OCG import.
Yeah, it must be. XYZ Hyper Cannon, which is an XYZ Dragon Cannon support card.
They had to get some Kaiba stuff in there somehow. If they got all this Yugi stuff, I guess.
Golden Eyes Idol.
That's Pegasus. That's actually a pretty good card.
Once per turn, quick effect. You can activate this effect. Look at your opponent's hand. Also, this card's name becomes Thousand Eyes Idol until the end phase. If this card is banished or sent to graveyard by card effect, you can target one effect monster your opponent controls. Equip that effect monster to one Eyes Restrict or Relinquish monster you control that cannot be normal summoned. While equipped by this effect, that monster gains attack equal to the attack of the equipped monster. You can only use this effect once per turn. Interesting, though, that you can look at your opponent's hand.
Oh, yeah. No. Like that entire archetype, the whole relinquished archetype is pretty good.
Yeah. Zolga the Prophet. It's alright. Here's the big one. Number F0 Utopic Draco Future.
We got it, boys. F0!
Yeah, it's not the import that I wanted, but I'll take it. It'll be an Ultra in this set.
Yeah, it's not Numeronius, but
I'd rather this over Numeronius.
To be fair, it makes a whole lot of Exceed spam decks a little bit better if they can pump out 2 non-number Exceed monsters.
Right.
Keep in mind, to make F0 Utopic Draco Future, you need three non-number Exceed monsters, or you can overlay it, or you can just overlay it on top of F0 Utopic Future.
Right.
It's an upgrade to Utopic Future.
So then we have Gilta Gearfried, the Steel Magical Knight, Crystal Girl.
Hold on. Gilta Gearfried, the Steel Magical Knight. He's a super poly target.
Yeah, 2 warriors with different attributes.
Yeah, and he's also got a pretty good effect.
Once per turn, when a card or effect is activated that targets this card, quick effect, you can negate that effect, and if you do, destroy one card on the field. If this card was fusion summoned using only monsters on the field as material, it can make a second attack during each battle phase. Once per turn, if this card battles an opponent's monster during damage calc, quick effect, you can banish one spell from your graveyard. This card gains attack equal to half its current defense until the end of this turn. So his base attack is 27 and his defense is 16.
Yeah, so it would gain 800 attack. But this is also, to super poly this thing only requires 2 warriors with different attributes. What warrior deck doesn't run at least 2 attributes? This is just a really good generic super poly target. I'd pick one up just to hold on to it.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good card to have.
Oh yeah, particularly if generic warriors ever become like a problem, you have an out.
Yeah. Crystal Girl, import. Tendangle Dolls is an import. Rose Princess, Morph King, Sticky Gel, I don't know, imports. White Rose, Cloister, Burning Soul, Hyper Galaxy, Pendulum Transfer, Pendulum Exceeds, Dousing Fusion, which is like a Pendulum Fusion spell. Eternal Bond, and then obviously we have Queen's Knight, King's Knight, Jack's Knight all coming. Probably all as collector's rares, judging by like the way the lettering looks on them.
Yeah, very possible.
Arcana Knight Joker, lettering looks like it could also be a collector rare. Arcana Extra Joker. This is interesting. 3 warrior monsters with different names. Once per turn, when a spell or trap card or a monster effect is activated that targets this face-up card on the field, or a monster this card points to, quick effect, you can discard the same type of card, monster, spell, or trap, negate the activation. When this link summoned card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you can special summon 1 level 4 warrior normal monster from your deck, and if you do, add 1 level 4 warrior monster from your deck to your hand. Pretty good.
Oh, yeah,
Link arrows point up, down, left, down, right. So.
Okay, that arrows aren't great for its effect. Not the best. They could be better.
Right.
But I mean, because the arrow also points up, you could also theoretically, your opponent like tries to equip something.
Ah.
You could just negate it.
Yeah, that is kind of funny.
If this thing is pointing to it.
You also have Gravekeeper Spy. This is actually a really good reprint because this card was really, really hard to find.
For GOAT format players.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, that's...
Majestic Dragon, Stardust Xiaolong.
Which is both for Burst of Destiny, where they have the new...
Stardust support.
Yeah.
Rescue Rabbit, that's a nifty little reprint. This would make a... Judging by the lettering, it looks like it could be a collector's rare.
Ooh, collector rare rabbit.
That would be awesome. ZW Tornado Bringer, ZW Ultimate Shield, ZW Eagle Claw. So
yeah, some ZW reprints for
Burst of Destiny.
Yeah.
Well, no, Lightning Overdrive.
Yeah, for Lightning Overdrive, Burst. I think there's a couple more cards of Burst of Destiny, but then there's also the Utopia Structure deck coming out.
Well, that's Utopia Structure deck is an OCG thing. We don't have that confirmed here.
Yeah, but still, that's still support for Utopia.
Right. Scrap Twin Dragon, Cloud Castle. Cloud Castle's an awesome reprint here.
Oh, definitely.
Baxia, Brightness of the Yang Zing, Xiaofang, Phantom of the Yang Zing. Alright, whatever. Number 39, Utopia. That would make an awesome collector's rare.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Evolsar, Dolka.
Wonderful reprint.
Oh, such a good reprint. These were like up to like $15-$20. Wind Up Arsenal, Zenmayo. Awesome reprint.
Another expensive reprint. Those were like, what, 40?
Yeah, I think a near mint first ed one was like somewhere between 30 and 40, and for no reason, only because it had one secret rare printing a decade ago.
Yep.
It's wild. Number 30, C39 Utopia Ray, Constellar Ptolemy M7.
Light warrior support.
Yeah, no, that's machine. Well, the Utopia Ray is a warrior, okay.
Yeah, no, like I'm saying the Ptolemy M7, because you can make the, what's it called? There's a level 5.
Constellar Pleiades?
Yeah, you can make Pleiades and then make M7 on top of Pleiades.
Oh, okay. ZW Leo Arms, a great reprint.
Yeah.
So, number 49, Fortune Tune, number F0 Utopic Future. This will be his second reprint. This is another great reprint in this set, and it goes perfectly with the Utopic Draco Future. Infinite Cards, Rhoda. Rhoda would be an awesome collector's rare.
Oh yeah, I mean it's been like every other rarity. Why not also be collector's rare at this point?
Right. The Warrior Returning Alive, Ties to Brethren, some generic warrior stuff. Pot of Duality. This would also make an awesome collector rare.
Oh yeah.
Unexpected Die, World Legacy Guard Dragon, solid reprint. Lightning Storm. This one is confirmed
to be a
collector's rare.
Now keep in mind that in this set the collector rares are also rare.
Right, which means more than likely this card will be printed as both rare and collector's rare.
So get your Lightning Storms, guys.
Yeah, for real. Rivalry of Warlords, Converging Wishes, the Wicked Dreadroot, Wicked Avatar, and Wicked Eraser. So,
which we already knew about the Wicked Gods coming in there.
Right, so Lightning Storm, that is such an awesome reprint. That is sell the set kind of a reprint.
Oh yeah, no, like that's you know what? I've got $4. I'll buy a pack.
Yeah, really. I mean, that's go to Walmart and one like oh yeah, hey look, they have King's Court. Yeah, let me grab some King's Court. They have Lightning Storm in there.
Yeah, I'll grab like one or two.
Yeah, for sure. It that's like a sell the set kind of a thing.
Oh yeah.
So.
Oh yeah. So overall, this is a really good set.
Yeah, it really is.
I mean, it's not really going to upset the meta in any way, as far as I can see. Outside of then everyone's going to have Lightning Storms.
Yeah.
So that's pretty good.
But I mean, that's not a bad thing.
No, not at all. I mean, Lightning Storm is a great card.
Yeah, for sure. I'm kind of excited to see where this takes us. I want to see if all of the generic warrior support and the warrior turbo helps out any other decks. I'm interested to see if it gets splashed any in hero decks, because realistically, like, a lot of this can be splashed in an elemental hero deck
Easily. Well, just hero deck in general.
well. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, another possibility is someone figuring out Warrior Toolbox in the year of our Lord 2021.
Right.
That would be hilarious.
I mean, it's a realistic thing, right? Because it's good. It's good for all warriors.
Oh yeah, just generic, and they're all light, so you just gotta find some good dark warriors to back it up. And yeah, you have easy access to BLS. Just straight up GOAT format Warrior Toolbox in 2021 Advanced.
Right.
I don't think we're going to ever get that point, but that would be funny.
So, you want to talk a little bit about some upcoming stuff?
I mean, is there anything else that we can...
Nope, that's pretty much it as far as... I just read out the entire set list.
Yeah. Yeah, not a very big set. Again, it's a little 63 reprint set, just like Toon Kingdom was last year.
Toon Chaos.
Yeah, Toon Chaos, my bad. Toon Kingdom came in and it was like one of the face cards. My bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get my point though. It's not a very big set, but it's definitely going to be a really good set.
Yeah, I mean, it's solid for sure. You know, it's not like the greatest set we ever had. And a lot of it will depend on the collector's rares, right?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, there's going to be probably 15 collector's rares or more.
Yep.
So.
Oh, yeah. You know, then, of course, the Lightning Storm coming out as a collector rare also, like we said, means it's also going to be rare, meaning it's going to be cheap to actually get.
Right.
So, budget players can now get Lightning Storm.
So, let's talk a little bit about the next 3 weekends are all going to be, we're all going to have some tournaments happening.
Yeah, not this weekend. We're talking starting July 3rd, next weekend.
Right. So, first we have the Femboy Yu-Gi-Oh! Tournament, which was originally slated to be this week, the weekend of 27th of June, which is, this episode will air on that Tuesday, which will be what, the 29th?
Yeah, 2 days after it was supposed to have happened.
Right. So this will happen 2 days after, but it got postponed because of a new ban list.
No, I don't know the entire reason why it got postponed, but it got postponed for I don't know the actual reason, but it got postponed to after the ban list, so it'll have the ban list also in place. Kind of sad for me. I was going to run Dragon Link.
Right.
Oh well.
Do you have any idea what you're going to run heading into this event?
That really depends. Right now I'm leaning on a little more trappish control deck. I really don't want to say too much.
Oh, come on now.
But if I can get one more Angeli, I'm most likely going to end up running Madolche.
Okay, so what do you plan on? What are you planning on anticipating as far as the meta? How many people are going to enter this?
Let's see. I have no idea.
Oh, so there's no cap?
There, as far as I know, I don't think there is.
Okay.
I think last time they had like 12 people. I think. Something like that. They didn't have a whole lot of people. Yeah. It's free to enter. First place gets playset of Droll and Lockbirds, or a TCG player.
$12 gift card.
Yeah, something like that.
It says here. Okay. I was told to do these 2 tournament reads in my best radio announcer voice.
Do it.
Announcing Remote Duel FCS, first time hosting a Remote Duel tournament. As always, it's free to enter. Prizes this time are a €10/$12 gift cards for top 3 and a playset of gold Droll and Lockbird for first place. That will be on the 3rd of July. Hope to see you there.
Well, come on. Now you can't talk like that. You got to talk like this. You got to get with that old New Yorker accent.
What? No.
Yeah, that's the classic radio accent.
Like, Sunday.
Sunday. Sunday.
It's got to be the monster truck voice.
Monster truck rally. Let's go. Yu-Gi-Oh rally. Let's go.
Oh my God.
Sunday. You take a page with the whole seat, but you only need the edge.
Oh my goodness, I'm so stuffed up because my allergies, and laughing is like shaking my whole head and making me question life.
I laughed too hard at that. I'm sorry.
So, what are you anticipating the meta looking like going into this event?
Probably lots of Drytron and lots of Tri-Brigade.
And now remember, this is Remote Duel. This is not Dueling Book.
Yes.
So these people have to own the cards.
Yes, lots of Drytron, lots of Tri-Brigade.
I don't know that you'll see necessarily a ton of Drytron.
No, maybe.
It's an expensive deck.
I mean, so is Tri-Brigade.
Yeah, but Tri-Brigade's not as expensive as Drytron.
Nowhere near as expensive. What was Diviner at? Like, what, 70 a pop?
I think 80, actually.
So I'm like, over here in the US of A, of course.
Right.
It's expensive. But yeah, no, Tri-Brigades aren't near as expensive. I think the most expensive card in the deck is Zeus, if you're running Zoo.
Yeah, if you're running the Zoo engine, Zeus is the most expensive card. Other than that, it's Shirag/Fractal, which are both about 25.
Yeah, 25 to 30. And you only need what, 2 Shirag? Not the full playset?
Yeah, you only need 2 Shirag, but you need 3 Fractal.
Yeah, that's a requirement. So you're looking at minimum to build the deck, 3, 6, 9, 12, $150 just for those 5 cards.
Yeah, and then you still have all the rest of the
Yeah, but that's all
peripherals.
a couple of dollars a piece at most.
Yeah, the more expensive part is going to be like your Appaloosa. You kind of can't run the deck without the $160 access code talker.
You can, but
I'm telling you, I always thought you could too. And I recently started using access code talker. Like last weekend's tournament, I played access code talker, and I was like, wow. Like at locals, it dominated.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Like I was about to say, like you don't need it, but almost every duel you're going to go, I wish I had because I could just go for game here.
Yeah, like I've always told myself, like, I'll just play Boral Sword. It's just as good. It's really not.
No. It's a good replacement if you straight up can't drop the $160 on the access code talker. But that's like comparing Infinite Impermanence to Effect Veiler.
It really is. I never thought it would make that much of a difference, but it really does. I mean, yeah, lowest verified for a near mint one is 145 right now, which is insane.
Yeah, it's going up instead of down, even though we're 90% sure it's getting a reprint.
Yeah. Okay, so first place here is a playset of Droll and Lockbird, so I won't be able to enter because I will be on vacation.
Yeah, but I definitely will be entering.
Right, so we hope there's a big turnout for this tournament. Hopefully we get to see some cool stuff.
Oh, yeah.
The following weekend, which is July 10th and 11th?
I think, or the 11th and 12th. I don't remember which. That is the Remote Duel YCS.
Right.
Being run by Konami themselves.
The cool part about this one is all you have to do is register, and you get a field center and a play mat. They'll ship it to your door.
Yep, and some packs too, huh?
Yeah. I think you also get probably like 5 or 6.
I imagine
it's supposed to be Lightning Overdrive.
Yeah, I'm 90% supposed to be Lightning Overdrive.
At that point, they might put some King's Court in there too. I don't know.
They might just be a bunch of King's Court, which would be cool.
I think I've seen videos of other people like opening their packages from Konami, and it's literally just like whatever they have in stock at the time. They'll just throw like 5 or 6 packs of whatever in there.
Yeah. Which is cool, But the cool part is that the mat, in my opinion, looks great. It's Arm Dragon Thunder. It's level 3, 5, 7, and 10, and it looks really cool. And then
it really
level
does.
7 or level 10, I think it's level 7 for the Field Center.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it looks nice. Not the best looking mat I've ever seen. I've seen better looking mats from a YCS or something like that. But it's still it's still one of the nicer ones.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, easily in the top 5 best I've seen.
I'm gonna try to enter that one. I'm gonna sign up for sure to get the playmat, but I actually don't know for sure that I'm actually gonna play any in that tournament. Maybe the first round or two, because I'm gonna have a bunch of family in town that weekend.
Oh, I'll be entering and playing.
Right.
Big time. Again, if I can get that and jelly, I might do my Dolce. If I can't, I'll probably just do Trap Shit All.
We're gonna make sure I don't know that Angeli will happen for next weekend, but we're gonna make sure that Angeli happens for that tournament.
Let's see, and then the next week is Ronin Toten's tournament.
Right. Free entry for everyone. Ronin Toten Yu-Gi-Oh! Is putting on the Tournament Cup Series 1. 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, July 17th. For more info, you can @ him on Twitter. First place wins $100 US. Second place wins a full box of Lightning Overdrive. This will be a deckless required dueling book tournament. So, to enter this, I think you just go on his Discord server and
you
let him know.
Yeah,
right?
they give us all the rules on how to enter and all that. You give him your deck list. Once you have until like the day before to get your deck list entered. But once you enter it, that's it. You're locked in.
Right. Yeah. So
you can't make any changes to it.
Yeah, just make sure you let him know that you want to play. I think he wants to get like a couple hundred people. Like I think he wants like 128 ideally.
Yeah, ideally.
Yeah. So he wants it to be a real big tournament, which I'm all for. So
yeah, that'd be really cool. Because then you get a lot of deck ideas into the tournament.
Yeah. So, I guess you can kind of anticipate seeing. In a dueling book tournament, you're going to see everything. You're going to see all your Drytrons, your Tri-Brigades, whatever's meta. And honestly, by that time, you could really see some kind of a Dragon Link combo coming back around.
Oh yeah, I mean, a couple have already come up with a couple of ideas. But
I know there's a Crusadia build that's really good, and the Crusadia build is still like it can still put out like Dragoon, Borreload, Savage, and some change.
Yeah, but a big issue with a lot of these combos from what I've seen is if you Ash the Striker, they just kind of look at you and go, pass turn.
Yeah, it's way less resilient than it used to be.
Oh yeah, no, it's very much a one-hand trap, you're done, pass turn.
So do you feel like now, moving forward, Dragon Link is just not something you have to worry about? Because as long as you have any interruption, you just kind of win?
Not necessarily. I would still keep siding, the stuff you would normally side, but that's mostly because a lot of the sides that hit Dragon Link also hit just about every other deck in the format.
Nibiru's.
Yeah, Nibs.
Droll hits it a little harder than it used to.
Oh, yeah, no. Yeah, like... Yeah, because like they'll, like if they get off their Striker and you droll them on the Striker Dragon, depending upon what else is in their hand, that could be that could end their turn right there. Even though they would still get off a little bit more, they could push just like one or two more cards out.
Droll is such a good card this format.
Yeah.
Like, if you droll a Tri-Brigade player's 10 key, you win. If you droll at any point after basically on the first search in Drytron, if you droll them, you just win.
Yeah, they pass their turn from there.
Yeah, so, speaking of Drytron, I said in the last episode that you can summon Diviner, send Herald of the Arclight, and activate a Drytron, summon the Drytron, and sink 7, and make Black Rose. It's a good recovery play. Yeah. It's a good play in general. It really is. Like, in testing, I've seen it in testing. It works really well. It's actually, really good.
Surprising.
I have I wasn't supposed to say anything in the last episode. That was an inside secret between a couple of buddies. But I have been told that now that I've said something, I have to give credit to Dylan.
Fair enough.
Dylan, the one that was on the podcast last week, that was his idea. That is his baby. He came up with it all on his own. We were mid-testing when he saw that, and he was like, wait a minute, I could do this. And it really, really works wonders because it's a good, like I said, it's a good recovery play. It'll clear your opponent's board, force an answer, and then it kind of just clears the way for you to do whatever you want. It's like evenly in main phase 1.
But like then something else that you also have to remember about Black Rose Dragon is that even if they just negate and not destroy it, you then have a 24 body on board.
And the cool part is that if they do something like impermit, you can chain Forbidden Droplet and send it.
Yep, and you still get the Field Nuke effect off.
Exactly.
There's lots of things you can do with it. It's definitely a thing, which is surprising considering how the card is. It's like a decade old at this point.
Oh, it's over a decade old. That card came out like 2009?
2010 at the latest,
I think it was before 2010. I think it was literally 08, 09.
It was the third set for 5Ds, I believe.
Which I think
I think it was Stardust, and then.
Okay, so wait, hold on. Shining Darkness was the second to last GX set.
Yeah.
So that was 2008, middle of the year in 2008.
Yeah.
So Shining Dark, so that would be early 2009. So Crossroads of Chaos, which was where Stardust, which is where Black Rose debuted. It would be about the third set.
Okay,
About like August, September of that year.
Yeah, because I know the first set was Stardust Dragon. The second set for 5Ds was
Red Dragon Archfiend.
Archfiend. So the third set would have been Black Rose.
Or Ancient Fairy? No, it would have been Black Rose, I think.
Yeah, and then I think they did a set with Ancient Fairy where they
what
had...
am I doing? I have a Black Rose ulti. I can tell you exactly what set it was.
Fair enough.
It is Crossroads of Chaos, which, like we said, was
second
like
last 5Ds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Third from the first. So. And I'm trying to think if there's anything else that we needed to cover while we're here.
No, I think that's about it.
Well, sounds like it was a good episode to me.
Yeah, we spent 3/4 of it just talking about King's Court, which for a long time was Konami's big secret, but it's Konami's big secret, and now Victoria knows what this secret is.
Wait, what?
I was making a Victoria's Secret joke.
Oh! Okay, that was not a good joke.
Womp womp. They can't all be winners.
Yeah, they're not all bangers. It's okay. Yeah. Sometimes they just don't land. That one didn't land.
Yeah, that one crash landed into the middle of the ocean.
It's okay. We'll get them next time.
Yeah.
Well, that will wrap us and Caleb's bad jokes up for the day. Thank you so much for listening, everybody. Please be sure to come back next time. Again, if you are listening on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, or anything except Spotify, be sure to subscribe, follow us, and leave us a review. The review helps us so much. It tells us what we're doing well. It tells us what we're doing not so well. It gives us information. It helps us out in algorithms. It gets us suggested more. When people look up Yu-Gi-Oh! Podcasts, we'll actually pop up.
Yeah.
So please leave us a review. Preferably 5 stars. But at the end of the day, it is up to you. And we want to hear from you no matter what. Please be sure to follow us on Twitter at Top Cut Podcast, at DatChumley, and at JamTheMan17. Be sure to check out the Team Dark Arm Dealings YouTube channel. You can find them, a link to them in our description. They are our sister channel. They are local to us. Be sure to check out our YouTube channel. Right now, it's mostly just an archive for our podcast episodes. But hopefully, maybe sometime in the near future, we can start doing some actual YouTube content.
Oh, yeah.
Please be sure to check out the Ronin Tonin on Ronin Tonin Yu-Gi-Oh! On Twitter, at Femboy Yu-Gi-Oh! On Twitter. And you can go to through their Twitters to their Discord servers to sign up for both of their tournaments. Thank you, everybody, for listening. If there's anything I missed, please hit us up. If there's anything we're missing here for information-wise, something we got wrong, please hit us up. We love hearing from our fans, and we appreciate all of you so much.
Oh, yeah, it's greatly appreciated, particularly when we make mistakes, because we're not very bright.
Caleb, you got anything to add?
Nothing else I can think of. Seems like you summed up everything pretty nicely.
Awesome. Well, that'll wrap us up. Thank you, everybody, and have a wonderful day.
Take care, everybody.
Also, before we leave, I'm not 100% sure that there will be an episode Friday. We're going to try to put something together, but I will be out of town all this week, so we won't be able to record on our normal Tuesday time slot, or Wednesday when we record. So
yeah,
please, we will follow us on Twitter. That way you know exactly when the next episode is coming.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks again. Bye.
Bye.